Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You hear me?
Yes.
Before I begin, I have to say, Lindsay looked absolutely gorgeous today.
Thank you. Yes.
Gentlemen, I think you'll agree with me when I say that today's a very sad day for single men everywhere. As a very true beauty removes her name from the available list. And ladies, I'm sure you'll agree that today's passing by without much of a ripple. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chase and I'm Danny's best man. As my first best manly duty, I'd like to thank you all on behalf of Dan and his new wife for sharing in their special day today. And on behalf of the rest of us, I'd like to thank the parents of the bride, Kathy and Jim Braun, not only for making this day possible and putting on a spectacular wedding, but for also raising such an amazing and beautiful girl in Lindsay. Not to be forgotten are the parents of the groom, Pam and Skip Walters. For those of you here who have not yet met Dan's father, Skip, I strongly encourage you to introduce yourself at some point throughout the evening. You're in for a real treat. But honestly, Skip and Pam, you guys were like a set of second parents to me as Danny and I grew up traveling around playing junior golf together. I'm truly grateful for everything you guys have done for me and for raising the guy who I can call my best friend. Now, as one or two of you here may know, being best man is no easy task. When Dan first offered me the job, I was deeply honored, of course, but also a little apprehensive. Like most people, I've never been overly keen on public speaking, but it seems to be genetically encoded in all men to choose the friend with the most socially unacceptable traits to get up here. Fortunately, Danny appreciates me for who I am. Then, having duly accepted the best man honor, I spent a long time wondering how to describe Dan. With the respect due to a man on his wedding day, how to strike the right tone of sincerity, praise, and warmth. You see, Dan is a man who truly defies description. I could speak for an hour about him, don't worry, I'm not going to, and when I'd finish, we'd be no closer to grasping the essential essence of my very dear friend. And yet, miraculously, he can be very neatly summed up with a single, internationally recognized hand gesture. Danny, you're truly one of a kind. All right. But you need details. Unfortunately, I've known Dan for a very long time. We first met when we were about 13 years old, playing the George Crudden Junior Golf Tournament back in our hometown, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, at Four Seasons Golf Course. I remember Danny as the chubby, yet very confident kid with a shaved head. Hang in there, it gets better. It's hard to believe it if you look at him here today, but at the time, Danny had so many double chins that when he bent down to read a putt, it looked like he was staring at the hole over a pile of pancakes. But to his credit, he was a heck of a junior player, and he was somebody who I admired and looked up to for his confidence as well as his great play on the course. The confidence Danny displayed back in junior golf has never wavered. Danny would be the first to tell you that his confidence helped him achieve a lot in golf as well as in life. Hang on to that, please. After a very successful junior golf career, Danny continued his great play in college, where he was a two-time first-team All-American at Rollins College. Then at only 25, Danny became the assistant golf coach at one of the most storied programs, as Mr. Braun pointed out, in college golf history in Wake Forest University. What Danny's accomplished on the golf course, however, pales in comparison to what he's been able to accomplish here today. For a chubby kid from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, to have the confidence to even approach a smart and beautiful Florida girl like Lindsay is admirable. But to have the ability to compel her into marriage is nothing short of amazing. Danny, throughout the last 15 years, our friendship has grown quite a bit. In that time, we've experienced many trials and tribulations together. We've shared some of each other's pains, and we've learned so much about life together by going through school and beginning our careers around the same time. And although your confidence and dedication made you the successful person you are today, your heart, and your loyalty are why the people here in this room love you. I have to be absolutely truthful and tell you that Dan is exactly the kind of guy everyone would love to have as their friend, or their son, and yes, their son-in-law. Lindsay, you could not have married a better man. Aww. A better looking man, sure. But not a better man. And Lindsay's family should feel only happiness at joining forces with Dan's family. After all, this wedding has given me the opportunity to meet many of Lindsay's relatives and get to know Lindsay's father on a more personal basis. And despite everything Dan has said, I think you're all great. I could continue to pay tribute to Dan, to compliment him further, and list the many positive attributes that make him such a catch. What's the point? He does that so much better himself. I would be remiss, though, not to acknowledge his impeccable taste. Dan is renowned for his appreciation of quality, and he has certainly found a wife of true quality in Lindsay, both inside and out. Lindsay, in addition to her beautiful mother, has also been the mastermind behind today's ceremony, and Lindsay, it's been perfect. All your hard work has paid off, and I must say, I feel privileged to have been involved. I would like to point out, however, that my contribution to today is not merely limited to this speech. I'm personally responsible for the seating plan. Bride and groom just couldn't agree on who should go where, so, being a responsible best man, I decided to step up and help resolve the issue. My solution is to work from the gift list. Those who bought the most expensive presents would sit at the front, and we'd work our way back from there. So if you can hear me over there on table 9, a big thank you to Ron and Kathy Weaver for the tea time. Before I toast the happy couple and draw this to a close, I would like to wish the new Mr. and Mrs. Walters the very best for their future journey together. So look after yourselves, and more importantly now, look after each other. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up and raise your glasses to my very best friend and his beautiful new wife, to Dan and Lindsay. Cheers!